Hey everyone, welcome back to Ned Plays Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and welcome to my second farming video. We're just going to go ahead and get started into the action. This is where I was farming the lion and the shmoo for the best fist weapon in the game. The Fist of Tulkas, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, from the lion, and the Chrysogrim from the shmoo. I found this to be the best area. As you can see, I'm not doing that much damage right now. It's because I was having the a la carte equipment on for the extra luck. It didn't really take me that long to farm it, the lion. I think I was here for, I guess, 5-10 minutes total before I finally dropped. And this weapon is the best fist weapon in the game. I remember it took a while for me to find it. As you can see, it increases it's a good attack weapon, and also increases my defense as well. Now, if you do a quarter circle attack button, it will do a fireball. If you do a back and front, it does multiple punches as well. So it's a kind of a dual threat weapon. And actually, this is what I used to farm the shmoo, because it was easy just to run in and out of the room. And actually, the shmoo actually drops the sword, and I just forget to stop. It should be right here, I think. Yeah, it dropped there. And I regretted it because it did take me a while before it actually dropped again. And as you can see, look how much that fireball does. It was doing 162 damage, which was pretty effective. Before it dropped again, I was here for 15 minutes, I want to say, before it finally dropped off him. It was so I regret really not getting it the first time. But after the 15 minutes, he does finally drop the weapon. There it is. Countless Blades Dice enemy. It's lower in damage, but all you gotta do is just press the attack button one time and all those blades come out. Easily the most overpowered weapon in the game, hands down. Now here, this is where I was farming both the Tin Man and the Scarecrow. The Tin Man drops the Mojo Mail, and the Scarecrow drops the Muramasa, if I'm saying that right. I had to just go to this part of the long library because I couldn't find a decent place to get it farm anywhere else, and these are the most Tin Mans we're at. I think I did a full round of this. I didn't time it, but I did a full round of this room like 3 or 4 times. It didn't take that long before it actually dropped right here. Now what the Mojo Mill does, it increases your magic attack power. So anything increases magic attack power. Increases all your spell damage as well as your familiars, since they are magic based. So doing that will increase all of their attack power, both physical and spell based. And this is where I ended up farming the Scarecrow. And actually ended up getting quite a few Chrysogrim swords, because the shmoo actually was in the crossfire of the farming, so I did get like 2 or 3 of them eventually. How long was I here? I think I was here about. He was a pain. I remember that before we finally dropped Muramasa. I think I was there for about 20 minutes. Now, what this sword does, I think the description says bloodthirsty sword. Bloodthirsty sword. Basically, once you equip this, it's like you always have the spell Dark Metamorphosis turned on. So every time an enemy that splashes blood, and you're within like the splash radius of the blood, you get healed all the time. You don't have to cast a spell. And it's not very strong, but it's just one of the added benefits of the sword to always have it. Now here, this is where I was farming the Guardians for the God's Garb. A good thing about the Guardians as well is they have the highest XP. Every time you kill them right away, you get close to 5,000 XP, which you get a few levels pretty quick with them. I was just farming the God's Garb because it is technically the strongest armor in the game, but if you didn't have the walk armor. But without it, this would be the strongest weapon, the strongest armor in the game. Strongest of all armor. It has 5 less than my walk armor because I've had the walk armor for so long. But if you didn't have the walk armor, that would be the armor to wear, even past the a la carte mail. Now here's where I got the Ring of Varda in this area. I did go ahead and beat the game, so I could go ahead and farm this. Not a big deal. Nothing changes in the end. This is when I first got here. He drops it on the second turnaround. Because there's 3 of them, it's easy to just walk back and forth. And he drops the first one right away, right there. This is the strongest of all of the accessories. Golden ring to rule over all. As you see, all my stats go up by crazy numbers. Strength 30, Constitution 10, Int by 30. It's crazy that and look at my attack power by level 127. So I figured hopefully my luck would have stayed the same, and I was gonna just keep farming for the second one. I wasn't here much longer. I had a good luck of chance on these one. I wasn't here that long. Maybe another 5-10 minutes before the second one actually dropped. And then I'm gonna quit both of them. And you can see everything strength plus 70 now total. It was crazy. Now here I was trying to find a location to farm the dark shield for our next trick, but I farmed it. I got it by accident off screen while I was trying to find a location. So I decided just to farm the same guy. This one here, he drops the dark armor. He's the same one that drops the dark shield. Now the good thing about the good dark shield, impervious to all evil attacks. Any spell-based damage, you'll be immune to it. Now he's gonna cast a spell, and it's not gonna do any damage to me. But it doesn't stop physical attacks, like I'm gonna show you right here. Now this is why you needed the dark shield to level up your familiars. In this area, once you have the dark shield, all you have to do is come to this area, equip it, because the dark shield does have attack power. Now all you gotta do is just equip that. You bring out the familiar that you want to level, and all you gotta do is just hold out the shield. Now every time they hit the shield, it's 1 point of XP for your familiar. All you gotta do, it takes, I rounded off to about every 2 minutes, your familiar gotta level up. But what I ended up doing was I would set this up and then I just put my other controller on the B button that would hold down, the circle button to hold down the shield. You could also put a piece of tape on it or anything that would just hold the button down. Doesn't matter what you have to do. I'll do this before I went out to eat. And then when I come back, all my familiars would be a higher level than the other one. And the thing is, only all the familiars don't show you when they level up. They don't they don't show a graphic or anything like that. The only one you can tell that you're leveling is the sword familiar. I'll show you in just a second. For instance, I'm going to turn on the sword familiar. Now, if you notice, all the other familiars have the same graphic. Look at the sword right now. That's his default one. But after he's level 99, if you bring him out, he's more intricate. And now he hits for about 300 something as well. And that's the easiest way I found to level up the familiars without having any factor whatsoever.
What can I do for you?
Now, after you beat the game, a little menu pops up in the librarian, just a sound test. This has all the songs of the game, both the inverted and the normal castle. You could just go through these if you wanted to. Just a little sound bite that they did add to the game. Now, also the biggest thing they added after you beat the game is they added this coming up right here. Is the duplicator. As you can see, it's 500,000. Right now I have 235. I can go, there's plenty of places you could farm some money. There's a place where you could farm a 2k bag of money over and over again. But there's actually a trick that you can do once you have either, at least you have one gem, your sword familiar, and he has to be level 50. And I'm about to show you that trick just a second.
Farewell for now.
Now what you gotta do, you pretty much have to cast the sword familiar spell, the Sword Brothers. It says a half circle up, then down, and then hit the attack button. While the Sword Brothers are casting that spell, that's when you go to the librarian. And then you would go to the librarian right now. Now here you would go to the sell gem item. And this works for any gem, it just works best with diamond. For instance, I have one diamond to sell. You have to have one of the diamonds so far. So it has one diamond right there, but now you're not able usually to do this. You can go to your menu screen. The Sword Brothers lets you hit your menu screen while you're talking to the librarian. Now what you're going to do is you're going to equip the diamond on your person. The thing is, usually it doesn't show up while you have it equipped. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to sell the diamond that I technically don't have anymore.
Thank you.
Now if I go back out of here, I still have my diamond. But now, since I tried to sell a diamond I didn't have, I now have 255. It just kind of rolled back. Because it says the computer saw it as 0. It's like, wait, we just sold one though. So it kind of reverted back to the highest number that you could have, which is 255 for this particular area. So now we have 255 diamonds to sell. And we just go back to the librarian and sell all these diamonds and then get whatever equipment that we want, other items to do whatever with.
I'm interested in this. I'm interested in this.
Now the only thing is you can only max out at 999,000 anyway, so you can't go too crazy with it. And just go ahead and just sell it. You still have tons of diamonds to have. And now we're just going to go back to the buy items, just pick up whatever our heart's desire. I want to pick up the duplicator, of course.
Thank you.
And just every other random item I ever got. Like the cloaks, might as well just pick those up to fill those out. Yeah, you have all the money in the world now, so it doesn't matter if you buy these or not.
Farewell for now.
And now with the duplicator, all you gotta do is equip it in your accessories. And whatever you use, any one-time use items are now infinite. You could use them as many times as you want. Like Power of Sire, Bat Pentagram, potions, any of those. You can just walk around, just chain cast those to your heart's desire. And now the next segment that's coming up right now is gonna be all 3 endings. These are the worst ending, the bad ending, and the okay ending. The first one's going to be the worst possible ending of the game. This is when you defeat Richter without talking to Maria or getting the holy glasses.
It's over, Belmont.
So the war between humans and vampires finally ends here. What need for the shepherd when the wolves have all gone? My time on this world has come to an end.
Mankind continues to fight, but it is a desperate fight to stay alive. I suppose that he chose a life of warfare, since that was the only way he knew. Like you, Father, he chose a path of destruction. Farewell, land of my birth. Never again will these eyes gaze upon your beauty.
And this is the second worst one. This is the one where you kill him after you have the glasses put on.
So you made it.
Alucard, how is Richter?
I'm sorry.
I see. Thank you for stopping him. Do you suppose that this too was fate?
So your journey is over as well then?
No, not until I learn what caused Richter's madness.
I understand. Well then, may the gods guard you along the way. Farewell.
You as well, Alucard. Goodbye.
And the last one is when you get to the inverted castle and only finish 150% of it.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard?
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
No, it's best this way. I can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day, maybe.
I see.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes. Let's get out of here.
Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out, and I'll see y'all next time.